Hello, everyone. My name is Ignacio, and I represent the Unstructured Lab Notebook Assistant Group for the 2025 LLM Hackathon for Materials and Chemistry. We worked together with Pranav and Akila on this. We met here, and we had a lot of fun doing it. So our project was linked in data management, essentially polymeric systems and DSC of these polymeric systems, of going from we were trying to go from a typical structure flow that we use, where we keep track of very specific variables, to something completely unstructured, where we record researchers running through their procedures, so basically describing what they're doing, and then we run DSC analysis, and we feed these two, a total of 20 data sets, to an LLM, a GPT-5, and try to see how we can operate on unstructured data and how we can analyze these results based on the video recordings, or what we can find in the video recordings. So in terms of operating on structured data, we did two prompts, one of extract and one of compute. Extract was to basically structure the data, so go ahead and structure it based on what you hear in the prompts. It did quite well. It even catch experimentalist corrections or difference in procedures. The second one was a compute prompt in which we asked it to calculate molar ratios. It ended up doing very well, but we had to iterate a little bit because it was making some weird assumptions. But overall, it performed like with high accuracy. What was even more interesting was how we can analyze the actual DSC data. So we sent this prompt where we said, based on this data, what variables affect enthalpy and which ones do not. You can capture that the monomer type affects enthalpy. This is sort of like a structured variable within an unstructured data, so it's not so super surprising. But what was more surprising was being able to capture this fuzzy data, right? So you can capture that the experimentalist saw some insolubility in the experiment. So it said like it saw some particles when it was looking at the sample, or that it went to lunch. So there was some time lapse between finishing the resin and running the experiment. And so it could generate some gelation, which can also affect enthalpy. So it's sort of a new level, I think, we think from a point of view of analyzing or data management, where we can really keep track of very, very specific details within our procedures, which change within experimentalists, and can actually affect the results. So with that, there were some limitations in terms of teaching, scalability, and using the LIMS files. But overall, it was a pretty nice project. We very look forward to implement some of this in our current workflows in our lab. And we really thank the experimentalists, the organizers. This was a very nice experience. Thank you.